Okay, it is recording. Hello. Welcome everyone to a collaboration between me, Batman Ultra 7, and my good friend here, MagicDaGavining.
Hi.
Care to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm MagicDaGavining. I got a YouTube channel, link in description. Please go subscribe. Much appreciated. I'm also on Twitter and Letterboxd, so if you want to follow me there too, that's good, please.
Yeah, join him with the Film Bros on Letterboxd. So, basically the idea of this this collaboration is anyone who knows Gavin knows that he's a huge She-Hulk fan.
Yeah, it's my favorite superhero. I'm a huge shill.
And I have not read one comic in my life.
Yeah, big fan.
So my plan here is to have a conversation between me, basically knowing nothing about She-Hulk, and the all-knowing, all-seeing knowledge of the She-Hulk mythos.
Yes. Well, I guess the best place to start then is her origin. Yeah, so her origin, she got gunned down in the street by some criminals, but she's a lawyer. It was related to a case that she was working on. And her cousin Bruce Banner the Hulk, was there with her at the time. There wasn't enough time to get her to a hospital, and they were both the same blood type, so Bruce gave her a blood transfusion to save her. And, because comics, the radiation in his blood caused her to become She-Hulk.
Why for some reason did I imagine the beginning of the Doctor Who movie when you explained that origin?
And the Seventh Doctor is amazing. That ending for him was sad.
He just got gunned down. It is a little. It is kind of interesting because of his hatred for guns, but
yeah, and I also think it's cool to have a doctor die by something so tiny and stuff, but it's also he was one of my favorite doctors, and he just got gunned down, so I have mixed feelings on it.
He's one of the best doctors, so.
Yeah, definitely.
But that is a collaboration for another day.
But yeah, so when she became She-Hulk, she actually was a carbon copy of Hulk, those first few issues.
So now?
Huh?
I said so now?
No. Actually, yeah. Right now, her current status in comics right now is not good. They definitely took a few steps backwards, but
I think Marvel in general has not been very good in the comics recently.
Yeah, no, DC is beating Marvel so hard in the comics right now, but yeah, so in the original comics, in the original first few issues, she was like Hulk. She would, whenever she got angry, she would turn into She-Hulk. But everybody at the time was also hey, this is stupid. Why is this thing? So in issues 9, 12 of the original Savage She-Hulk run, they did something different. They made this 4-arc run where basically She-Hulk got a blood disease. She got a blood disease, and then she had a run-in with Morbius, the Spider-Man villain.
Yeah, the vampire.
Yeah, and Morbius is the Marvel Universe's leading expert on blood diseases.
Mm-hmm.
And he ended up giving Jennifer a cure that then allowed her to not only change from Jennifer to She-Hulk at will and vice versa, but also allowed her to keep her intellect and knowledge while in her form. So that's how she got, that's how they started to distinguish her.
That's really interesting. Especially including Morbius as a super doctor.
A vital part of who she, it was interesting, yeah.
I love when Morbius isn't just a villain.
Right, yeah, Morbius is really complex. He's more than just like a vampire.
Yeah, like that's why I love him in the '90s Spider-Man show.
Yeah.
Which again is another collaboration for another day.
Yeah, definitely the best Spider-Man cartoon, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's how she became like the more popular, well-known She-Hulk, who has an actual personality.
And isn't hulking Hulk copy?
Yeah, who isn't just like Hulk, but a girl.
Yeah,
like she is now.
Which
and the thing is, even back then in those original few issues, I can give some leeway to, where it's like they had, because the thing about She-Hulk, they had to like create her randomly, like it wasn't planned out or anything.
like a lot of the like female related superheroes.
Yeah,
like
she had a similar like origin to like Spider-Woman, where like some other people were trying to make a hero with that name, and Marvel was being really petty, so they made like that spin-off character to be like, you gotta pay us money first if you want to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they had to just kind of like build up a character randomly and just kind of throw them in there. But they got it better like real quickly, so that's good.
Yeah, that's really good.
But yeah, so after that, then she kind of went on hiatus after that original one for a while. She was part of the Avengers for a while.
Interesting.
Then she was famously part of the Fantastic Four, where John Byrne started writing her.
Ooh, I love John Byrne.
Yeah, John Byrne.
He's fantastic.
One of, if not my favorite comic writer. But yeah, he really liked She-Hulk, and he picked her for the Fantastic Four series when the Thing left, and he would eventually revisit her later in the Sensational She-Hulk.
Which I've heard you say a lot on Twitter. The Sensational She-Hulk.
It is a fantastic run, or at least the issues that Byrne writes.
John Byrne is a great writer. Like
really
I especially love his Man of Steel run.
I need to read that.
It's a banger. It's a banger.
Yeah, he is fantastic. But yeah, so she was in the Fantastic Four for a while, and that was their their best lineup, whatever. And then she left the Fantastic Four again. She went to the Avengers for a little while. And then she went from being like a main member of the Avengers to being kind of like one of those honorary Avengers, where if they need her, they'll call her.
Kind of like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Unless you're in the MCU.
That thing with Spider-Man, though, I don't like Spider-Man as an Avenger. That's a stupid idea.
Like I don't think Spider-Man should be an Avenger unless it's like a dire situation.
Right. Yeah.
Like not an actual member, just like, hey guys, let's fight together.
Yeah. But yeah, so she was a part of. She became like an honorary member of the Avengers, and then once that happened, she left and she had her own solo run, Sensational She-Hulk. Then she went on a little hiatus again because She-Hulk is not one of the most popular or she doesn't make a lot of money, so she went on hiatus for a few years.
Probably because she doesn't just smash stuff all the time.
Right? Yeah, like she's an actual character. No, that's not a diss at Hulk. Hulk's awesome. But yes, she went on hiatus for a few years, and then she came back to be written by Dan Slott. And unlike what he did in Spider-Man, he didn't character assassinate her. So that's cool.
So he actually cared about this character?
Yeah, and it was actually it's a really fantastic run.
Yeah, someone told me that the other day. I was like, how? It's Dan Slott.
Yeah, it's actually really good. And of course, in the off years, she would like appear in like little Avengers issues. She would appear in Hulk issues, and then after the summer, like she would become a big part of the Civil War event where she teamed up with Iron Man. Yeah, so since she's a lawyer, she was definitely like, no, without a shadow of a doubt, like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna be with Iron Man on this one.
Yeah, law.
Yeah. So that happened, and then she went on hiatus again for a few years because I don't know, Marvel doesn't like their best character, I guess.
I mean, they really like to put those not like super popular ones on the sidelines.
Right? Like, and
Spider Woman, cough cough.
Spider Woman is great.
She's what. No, not a lot of people know this, but Spider Woman is one of my favorite Marvel characters.
Oh, I didn't know.
So anyone who disses Spider Woman can go away forever.
Yeah,
because
really awesome
because she has an amazing design. Also, important part of the MCU. She's a member of Sword, so.
Yeah, no. So that because I forgot what it's called, but I remember that little mini series. I think it was like 4 issues or something.
Mm-hmm.
With her agent of Sword. There we go.
Yeah, when people kept complaining about the Sword storyline in WandaVision, I was like, no, this is cool. Because I want Spider-Woman.
Yeah, hopefully that show be tied in, because that would be really cool if Sony ever lets.
Give a Spider-Woman, guys.
So then, yeah, Spider-Woman's awesome. But so then She-Hulk got her run by Charles Soule, which is also fantastic. She-Hulk has like really consistently great runs. Like, she has very little runs, but they're usually really good.
Unlike some people.
Sorry, Spider-Man. But yeah, and then after that, like, she led the A-Force for a while, and that was really cool. Yeah, I don't see a lot of love for the A-Force. I hope to see that in the MCU. That'll be awesome.
Yeah, I mean, they're just not mentioned that much. I think there's like certain comics teams that like are never mentioned, like the Outsiders in DC, which they should make a movie because they're awesome. So
that would be cool. Yeah. But yeah, so she led the A-Force for a while. And then after that, her next big thing that happened was Civil War II, which
everybody loves.
Civil
Obviously.
War II is the greatest comic ever written. But yeah, so the Civil War II kind of character assassinated her.
Yeah, like
so that's cool.
like in a big way.
Her.
I do remember that that certain thing that happened.
Yeah. Yeah, that it was not good.
Civil War II is something special.
Yeah. And so after Civil War II, she kind of went back to the original issues of just being a carbon copy of Hulk.
Oh boy.
And as of right now, there is no end in sight because Jason Aaron hates me personally.
I've never been a fan of Jason Aaron.
I heard he had a really good Thor run, but I don't like Thor, so I don't care.
Yeah, I mean, I've liked some of Thor. Well, Thor Ragnarok is a banger, so.
I'm currently rewatching that movie for the MC rewatch videos.
I love Thor Ragnarok. It's literally a Jack Kirby movie, so anyone that hates Thor Ragnarok, you can go suck it, because it's awesome.
Yeah.
And Taika Waititi is one of the best directors directing right now.
Oh, definitely.
Jojo Rabbit's awesome.
Yeah, Jojo Rabbit was amazing. But yeah, so She-Hulk right now is in this current like form of not being She-Hulk, and it really sucks.
I think that's the general description of the Marvel Universe right now.
Everybody's just out of character.
Like, I think the only things I like right now are the new Iron Man run, I think, is really good. The Alex Ross art for the covers is great.
Yeah, I've seen those covers.
And I'm not sure how you feel about the Nick Spencer Spider-Man, but I think he's really great.
I liked it a lot when it first came out, but then I've been starting to read a lot more classic Spider-Man, and I've started to like his run a little less than before.
Yeah, I mean, Spider-Man comics are always going to pale in comparison to the originals.
Yeah.
Because, like, I think peak Spider-Man is, like, the Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, and also, like, I think 60s to 70s is the best.
That's what I'm currently reading the, like, Lee Romita run.
Yeah, I think John Romita is fantastic.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, Marvel in general these days is not doing so hot. Like for She-Hulk, we've got this new stupid run coming up in next month
I think.
called World War She-Hulk.
Oh no. I think Marvel could use a reboot. Just so we could bring the characters back to their beginnings. You know. Like
DC.
have a Captain America run where he's in World War II for maybe 50 to 100 issues. Which bring everything back to basics.
I think that's the thing too. I appreciate that Nick Spencer's run tried to do that.
Yeah.
But it kind of flopped a little bit. Like it was still good, but like.
They just need to bring these characters back to the core of their characters.
Mm-hmm. And, make She-Hulk act like She-Hulk.
Yeah, just Marvel.
I don't care what happens to any other Marvel character. Just make sure that She-Hulk is good again.
Yes, so if you're listening, Marvel, fix She-Hulk.
Yeah, cancel World War She-Hulk. I hate this guy. It hasn't even come out yet, but I hate it, and I'm going to read every single issue of it. But yeah, so
Poor Gavin.
Yeah, hopefully, I'm assuming that the show will go the more traditional, popular She-Hulk route, and then this is the one time that I'm hoping for brand synergy, where it's just like fix your character, Marvel, just do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing is, like, the Charles Soule run was great, and that was just a few years ago. And I don't know why all this spiraled into this.
I think there was just some moment where Marvel Comics just went into the crapper. I don't know what moment it was. Oh, wait. Civil War 2.
Civil War 2. Yeah, Civil War 2 marks the turning point where everything just got progressively worse.